Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevayam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevayam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevayam. Om Aganda Timarandasya Ganajana Shivakaya Chakshur Umilitam Yena Tajma Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkest of ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Hare Krishna. The following video series is a summary of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam was translated into English by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Also included are His in-depth commentaries known as purports. These purports unpack the often complex and symbolic language of the text, making it understandable to a wider audience. The Srimad Bhagavatam, also known as the Bhagavata Purana, is considered the most important of sacred scriptures. Composed around 5,000 years ago, it is considered the ripened fruit of the tree of Vedic literature and the original commentary on the Vedanta-sutra. The author of Srimad Bhagavatam is Srila Vyasadeva. He is also the compiler of the Vedas, classified as a Purana, a vast genre of ancient stories and knowledge encompassing history, philosophy, and spiritual teachings. Srimad Bhagavatam includes stories of avatars, creation narratives, lives of saints and sages, philosophy discourses, and practical guidance for spiritual life. Divided into 12 cantos with over 18,000 verses covering 10 subject matters. 1. The elemental creation. 2. The secondary creation. 3. The planetary systems. 4. Protection by the Lord. 5. The creative impetus. 6. Manvatars. 7. The science of God. 8. The dissolution. 9. Liberation. And 10. The supreme shelter. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya-lila, chapter 25, text 143 and 144, Lord Chaitanya, speaking to Prakrisananda Saraswati, tells him. Translation. The meaning of the Vedanta-sutra is present in Srimad Bhagavatam. The full purport of the Mahabharata is also there. The commentary of the Brahma Gayatri is also there and fully expanded with all Vedic knowledge. Srimad Bhagavatam is the Supreme Purana. It was compiled by the Supreme Personality of Godhead in His incarnation as Vyasadeva. There are 12 cantos, 335 chapters, and 18,000 verses. Canto 10, chapters 8 through 14. Chapter 8, Lord Krishna shows the universal form within his mouth. This chapter describes the name-giving ceremony of Krishna. It also describes his crawling, his playing with the cows, and his eating earth, and again showing the universal form to his mother. Vasudeva invited Gargamuni to secretly name Krishna and Balaram to avoid alerting Kamsa. Balaram, the son of Rohini, was named Baladev and Sankirtan, while Krishna, the son of Yasoda, was named Vasudeva, reflecting his divine qualities. Gargamuni advised Nanda to protect the children carefully before departing. The boys then delighted everyone with their playful pastimes, crawling, walking, playing with the cows and calves, stealing butter, and mischievously breaking pots. When Krishna once appeared to eat earth, Mother Yasoda tried to chastise him, but was overcome with maternal love. Sukadeva Goswami praised Nanda and Yasoda's fortune. A verse from chapter 8 is text 46. Shri Rajavacha Nanda Kim Akrura Brahman Shreya Eva Mahodayam Yasoda Cha Mahabhaga Tapayu Yasha Stanam Hari. Translation. Having heard of the great fortune of Mother Yasoda, Pariksit Maharaj inquired from Sukadeva Goswami, O learned Brahmin, Mother Yasoda's breast milk was sucked by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What past auspicious activities did she and Nanda Maharaj perform to achieve such perfection and ecstatic love? Chapter 9, Mother Yasoda binds Lord Krishna. While drinking Mother Yasoda's milk, baby Krishna became upset when she stopped to attend to an overflowing milk pan. In playful anger, he broke a butter pot, climbed a large mortar, and stole butter, sharing it with the monkeys. Mother Yasoda chased him, trying to bind him, but every rope mysteriously fell 2 fingers too short. Seeing her love and effort, Krishna allowed himself to be tied. Afterward, he noticed 2 Yamala-arjuna trees. With his merciful grace, began moving towards them to fulfill Narada Muni's desire, showing that even a child, his mischief was always intertwined with divine compassion and play. A verse from chapter 9 is text 21. Nayam sukhapo bhagavan dehinam gopika sukta jnaninam chatma bhutanam yata bhakti matam iha. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, the son of Mother Yasoda, is accessible to devotees engaged in spontaneous loving service. But he is not as easily accessible to mental speculators, to those striving for self-realization by severe austerities and penances, or to those who consider the body the same as the self. Chapter 10. The Deliverance of the Yamala-arjuna trees. This chapter describes how Krishna broke the twin Arjuna trees, from which Nala Kuvera and Managriva, the sons of Kuvera, then came out. Nala Kuvera and Managriva, sons of Kuvera and devotees of Lord Shiva, became arrogant through wealth and prestige. When the sage Narada Muni saw them shamelessly enjoying with naked women, he cursed them to become trees, so they could be purified of their pride. Yet this curse was actually a blessing, as they would one day see Lord Krishna face to face. After many years, when Krishna was tied to a mortar by his mother, Yasoda, he dragged it between the 2 Arjuna trees, uprooting them and freeing the brothers. Regaining their divine forms, they offered heartfelt prayers to Krishna and thanked Narada for his mercy. Freed from arrogance, they departed, grateful that even punishment from a devotee leads to Krishna's ultimate grace. A verse from chapter 10 is text 8. Sri Narada Uvacha Nayan Yo Jusato Joshan Buddhi Brahmso Rajoguna Srimadad Abhijayadhur Yatra Sri Dutam Asava. Translation. Narada Muni said, among all the attractions of material enjoyment, the attraction of riches bewilders one's intelligence more than having beautiful bodily features, taking birth in an aristocratic family, and being learned. When one is uneducated but falsely puffed up by wealth, the result is that one engages his wealth in enjoying wine, women, and gambling. Chapter 11. The Childhood Pastimes of Krishna. This chapter describes how the inhabitants of Gokula left Gokula and moved to Vrindavan, and how Krishna killed Vatasura and Bakasura. After Krishna broke the twin Arjuna trees, the elders of Gokul rushed to the scene, astonished to find him standing unharmed between the fallen trunks, still bound to the mortar. Though the children described the miracle, the elders could hardly believe it. Yet Nanda Maharaj lovingly released Krishna. Day after day, Krishna's pastimes filled Nanda and Yasoda's hearts with both awe and affection. One day he traded a few grains for fruit from a woman, and her basket miraculously filled with gold and jewels. Soon after, the cowherd community moved from Gokula to Vrindavan. Krishna and Balaram began herding calves and continued their divine pastimes, effortlessly killing demons like Vatasura and Bakasura, astonishing everyone with their playful transcendence. A verse from chapter 11 is text 36. Vrindavanam Govardhanam Yamuna Pulina Hita Vikshasit Uttama Priti Rama Madhava Vyor Nipa. Translation. O King Pariksit, when Rama and Krishna saw Vrindavan, Govardhan, and the banks of the river Yamuna, they both enjoyed great pleasure. Chapter 12. The killing of the demon Aghasuraa. This chapter describes in detail Krishna's pastime of killing Aghasuraa. When Krishna was 5 years old, he went with his friends and calves for a picnic in the forest. There, Aghasuraa, the brother of Putana and Bakasura, came to kill them. He took the form of a gigantic python, 8 miles long, with its mouth stretched wide like a mountain cave. The cowherd boys and calves entered the demon's mouth. Krishna, knowing the danger, followed them, expanded his body inside, and suffocated the demon to death. Amazingly, Aghasura's soul attained liberation by merging into Krishna's effulgence. Though this pastime occurred when Krishna was 5, it was revealed to Braja a year later, appearing to them as if it happened that very day. A verse from chapter 12 is text 6. Yadi Duram Gita Krishna Vanaso Beksanayatam Aham Purvam Iti Samsprishya Re Mire. Translation. Sometimes Krishna would go to a somewhat distant place to see the beauty of the forest. Then all the other boys would run to accompany him, each one saying, I shall be the first to run and touch Krishna. I shall touch Krishna first. In this way they enjoyed life by repeatedly touching Krishna. Chapter 13, the stealing of the boys and calves by Brahma. This chapter describes Lord Brahma's attempt to take away the calves and cowherd boys. And it also describes the bewilderment of Lord Brahma and finally the clearance of his illusion. When Lord Brahma wanted to test Krishna's power, he secretly stole all the cowherd boys and calves. Krishna, realizing this, effortlessly expanded himself into identical forms of every boy and calf, perfectly imitating their looks, voices, and behavior for an entire year. During that time, the cows and the mothers felt even deeper love for their children, not knowing that they were all Krishna himself. When Brahma returned, he was astonished to see the boys and calves still playing as before, and Krishna revealed to him that they were all divine expansions of his own form. Overwhelmed with awe and devotion, Brahma offered heartfelt prayers, realizing Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, beyond all illusion. A verse from chapter 13 is text 18. Tata Krishna mudam kartum tanmatrinam chakasyata uphayat itam atmanam chakre vishvakrit ishvara. Translation. Thereafter, just to create pleasure both for Brahma and for the mothers of the calves and the cowherd boys, Krishna, the creator of the entire cosmic manifestation, expanded himself as calves and boys. Chapter 14, Brahma's prayers to Lord Krishna. This chapter describes the prayers Brahma offered to Lord Krishna, who is also known as Nanda Nandana. After witnessing Krishna's unlimited power and expanding into all the calves and cowherd boys, Lord Brahma was completely humbled, realizing that the Supreme Lord, whom he tried to test, is beyond material comprehension. Brahma offered deep prayers glorifying Krishna as the original source of all creation, time, and existence. He acknowledged that even great demigods and sages cannot fully understand the Lord's transcendental nature or his simple, playful pastimes in Vrindavan. Filled with repentance and devotion, Brahma bowed before Krishna, begging forgiveness and glorifying the supreme fortune of the residents of Braja, who enjoy his intimate association as a child, friend, and beloved. Sukadeva Goswami concludes this chapter by explaining how the gopis love Lord Krishna even more than they love their own sons. A verse from chapter 14 is text 8. Tate nukamam sumaki sammano punjana evatam kritam vipakam vibhag vapurbi vidaram namaste tibetayo mukti pade sadaya bhat. Translation. My dear Lord, one who earnestly waits for you to bestow your causeless mercy upon him, all the while patiently suffering the reactions of his past misdeeds and offering you respectful obeisances with his heart, words, and body, is surely eligible for liberation, for it has become his rightful claim. This is the end of chapters 8 through 14.